Okay, let's jump into them because to tell you the truth, I don't think you guys are going to find this that bad. So let's take the derivative of f of x in this first one. So we've got f prime of x is equal to, all right, so well, that negative 8, you can actually just pull that out for a second if you want, right? The negative 8 just hangs out front. And then the derivative of e to the power of 5x is really nice. It's just e to the power of 5x. Perfect. But then don't forget, right? We have to take the derivative of the exponent there as well, right? Like the inside of the chain rule. So derivative of 5x would just be 5. So that's equal to negative 40 e to the power of 5x. And done. All right, next one. Okay, so y prime would be, well, okay, e to the power of cos x. I know that one. That's just e to the power of cos x. Nice. And then times the derivative of cos, which is negative sine. And then there you go. Maybe put the negative sign up front. So negative sine x, and then times e to the power of cos x. Okay, so now f of x is equal to, all right, careful on this. I don't see an e, right? So I can't just say that it's the same as the derivative, or the derivative is the same as the original function there. This one, I have to use the first one there. So this would be 6x to the power of 4x cubed, right? This is just like my b to the power of x part of the first equation. And then remember, it was b to the power of x times the natural log of b. Okay, so that's, we just have to do that part now, right? So times the natural log of, and my b was 4, or sorry, my b was 6. So natural log of 6. And then don't forget though, so that was taking the derivative of, you know, the outside of my function. Now we still have to take the derivative of the inside. So the derivative of 4x cubed would be 12x squared. Okay, and then just kind of clean it all up here. So then we've got, so it'd be negative 12x times the natural log of 6 times 6 to the power of 4x cubed. Just really wrote it in a different order, but forgot my squared there. Oh, and that was the derivative. Okay, forgot a few things. Okay, next one. Okay, so y prime of this guy. Well, first off, first step's really easy, isn't it? It's the derivative of e to the power of x, right? When this is my x, is just the same thing written again. So e to the power of sine squared x to the power of 3. And then I'm just going to move on from there. So now the inside of my function, I'm just looking at this one. Now careful on that though, because right, this square, that's the outside of my function, right? Because this is really, you know, that. It can be written that way as well. So just keep that in mind when we do this, because now we'll go, okay, times, and then this would be 2 times, and then just sine x cubed again. I'm just bringing that exponent down. So that's sine x cubed. And then now that we've done that, right, now we got to take the derivative of the inside, which is sine x cubed. So then that would be cos x cubed. Okay, and then we're not even done, because now we got to take the derivative of that last inside, like the very last one. So x to the power of 3, the derivative of that would be 3x squared. Okay, putting it all together, we get 6x squared times e to the power of sine squared x to the power of 3 times sine x cubed times cos x cubed, and done. Okay, so now we have a product rule example. So f prime of x would be equal to, and then that would be, okay, so this is my f and this is my g, then this would be, okay, the derivative of f, we'll say. So, actually, sorry, the derivative of, I'll just do f and then derivative of g. So written. So that'd be 6x to the 4, and then, so that was f, times the derivative of g. Well, that's easy. That's e to the power of x, right? So that was g prime, plus, now the derivative of f, which would be 24 x to the power of 3, and then g. So e to the x again. So this was my f prime, and that was my g. Now it looks like I could factor some things out of this. So looks like I can factor out an e to the power of x, and then 6x to the 3. So 6x to the 3, and then what I'd be left with would be x plus 4. All right, now a quotient rule example. So we'll do y prime is equal to, so this will be my f and that'll be my g. So g, which would be just writing 1 plus x squared, again, right? So that's my g. And then f prime, so e to the power of x, minus, and then f, which is e to the power of x, times the derivative of g, so 2x. Okay, so that was f, and that was g prime, and then that's all over 1 plus x squared squared. Okay, so I'll factor out an e to the power of x in the numerator there. We've got e to the power of x. Actually, I better show this next step. Let's expand that e in, right? So we've got e to the power of x plus e to the power of x, x times x squared, minus e to the power of x. Here I'll go 2x times e to the power of x, all over 1 plus x squared squared. Okay, and then now I'll factor out my e to the power of x, and we've got 1 plus x squared minus 2x all over 1 plus x squared squared. And then lastly, if we factor this, then we get e to the power of x, and that would be the same thing as x minus 1 squared, right? It's a perfect square, over 1 plus x squared squared. And there you go, that's what y prime was.